What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a community of people that love stationery and planning and doing things creatively on paper. And if those sorts of things seem interesting to you or like an exhale breath of fresh air, then I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I like to think that this is a wholesome place where we get to share our hobby and share ways to get more organized in life and also live a more creative life. All of those things. So please consider subscribing if you want to hang out with me again. Today we are unboxing the October 2025 monthly subscription box from Cloth and Paper. It's the Intention box, and I am a subscriber. I pay for this myself. I will frequently skip a month if there are items that I'm not particularly interested in. But this one, the October box and the November box, I know for sure I'm getting. The October box has a wellness, like health theme to it. And the November box is the one that everybody looks forward to because it has a whole spiral planner in it. And it's a really good value. So we will have Cloth and Paper this month, and we will have Cloth and Paper on my channel next month as well. So let's get into this. I did pre-cut the bottom, and we do have a little peeky peek at the color that we're going to see in this box. Now, I have seen some, I guess I can say spoilers. I've seen some spoilers, and I remember the last kind of mental health themed box that they last did, which was a collaboration, and they kind of took the same colors from that collaboration. So light blue must be the color of mental health or relaxation, I suspect. But we have all kinds of fun things. So I got this month's box because I wanted to see their notebook. I really like Cloth and Paper notebooks. I'm rarely disappointed in them, and this looks like it's going to be awesome. And then we have a bag as well, but let's open up these guys first. Also really appreciate when the subscription box or the shipping box is heavy. This box felt heavy to me, so I'm like, oh, we got some good things in here. Okay, let's start with this guy. Excuse me, I think I'm starting to lose my voice. We have a clip stand. I have to really accentuate clip stand. Stainless steel, 2 by 1 inches. This is the item I was the least interested in when I saw this spoiler, just because it seems like a paperweight. It's just something that's going to take up space on my desk, and I just don't see myself using it. But it's a cool little contraption. It is a stainless steel clip for your desktop. So it just stands up like this. And then let's use this guy. This is our December calendar. It's like a journaling card, but you can just slide it in there. I'm presuming. This is clamped really tight. Wow. Oh, do we pinch it? No, we definitely don't pinch it to open it. This is almost too tight. What am I missing here? Anybody else who got the box struggle with actually getting something inside the clip? Because the more I try to get this piece of paper in, which is a little bit heavier, to be fair, it's actually starting to mess with the paper. Okay, well, I can't get that in. Let me grab this guy. This seems a little bit thinner. No, can't get that in. Oh, we can. So the idea being that you can stand up something on your desk. But I gotta say, this is almost clenched too tight, and it is kind of messing with the paper. So you don't want to you either want to keep whatever you get on there permanently, like a photo. You could clip a photo in there, or prepare, prepare for the clip to do some damage to the, yeah, it's just really tight. I might have just gotten a really tight one. But it is a stand to be able to hold things up. Let me try this way. I guess if you stand it up, you can slide it in like so. I'm not going to do that. I just know that I'm not And then, you know, where you're going to start to kind of damage your page. So if you do get this box, I would just be careful with this guy. It's very attractive, but just be careful with this one. Okay, I'm going to move that aside. So again, we have our December journaling card. We have our dossier journaling card. And this is on the back going to show us our items that are in the box. And the box for, or the theme for this box is wellness routine. Excuse me, I'm going to leave this set aside so I can reference it later. See what we have in here. The dossier journaling card set of 3. See what this is all about. So we have collect the pieces that feel true. Actually, I like the texture on that. It's smooth, but it's printed to look like ripped paper. Giving takes energy. It's important to recognize where your energy flows and when it needs to be recharged. Protecting your space isn't selfish, it's essential. What boundary can you honor for yourself this week? And you can date it. And honestly, probably, yeah, I'm just really struggling with using this guy. It's really a tight fit. I'll just leave that. And then we have a dossier card, a safe space to document what matters most. And this dossier is fuzzy, which is a little hint, a little wink and a nod to these guys. So let me move the pages aside and let's take a look at this. So these are velvet cloud stickers. So we've got 2, 3, and 4. And set of 3 sheets for a total of 45 stickers. I talked about these in my stories over on Instagram. Being intrigued, but also surprised that they would go with functional looking stickers like these that are going to have a little bit of height to them. I was most curious to see if they would be problematic on your planning page. Let's say I use this for my checklists one week and then I turn the page and have to write on the next week. Are these going to add a little bit of bulk to that page? They are indeed fuzzy or velvety. They're not as thick as I thought they would be, but I do think what we should do is test one of these. We'll test one of the smaller ones. And we're going to, when we do the pen test, we're going to see what it feels like to write on the back. So there it is. See a little bit of the height. Very satisfying if you're a sensory person and you want something that you can kind of stroke during the week in your planner. You can do that with these. But let's see how they actually work when you're writing on the other or on the next week. You also get 2 pens in the intention box. We have a half sugar highlighter. I don't know if we're all going to get different colors. Very possible, but mine is a very faint olive green. And then we have a mini. I've never seen this before. It is a mini G2, Pilot G2. Now, do I have a full-size Pilot G2? Probably not. I always associate those pens with work. That was like the pen that everybody at work used. So I see it as like, I don't know, office supplies. It's probably about this size. This is a Uniball Signo 207. So a Pilot G2 is going to be similar in size to this. Here is the mini size. Holy moly. Did you guys know they had a mini version? It must be brand new and Cloth and Paper got their hands on it. It is truly a little chubby guy. Well, it's not chubby actually. It's the same barrel size as a G2. It's just really, really small, which makes me wonder if you're going to get less. Yeah, you're going to get way less ink in it. But if you are working in a smaller planner or notebook, like you're in a oh, what is it? The CP Petite size. The smaller pen might look nice in your CP Petite. So we're going to swatch these and we're going to see how the pen works on the next week after having written this down. So I'm going to go ahead and do this guy. I don't think I like the smaller barrel. Personal preference. Could be because I have big hands or chubby hands. But the G2 is a classic. Like there's no complaints here on the flow, especially on this soft surface desk pad that I have. It's just like butter. Okay, let's check out this guy. We don't have a color on it. Unless this is like a color number, HP 7252. We have a chisel tip. It's a nice color. It reminds me of maybe a little bit more yellow version of the mild liner from Zebra in olive. Now, we need to see if we flip this over. So let's say we use this to log our to-dos, because they showed over on Instagram that you could use these as task lists. I'm just curious if they... Okay, so it takes a little bit longer for them to dry. But let's say we turn the page and we need to write in our planner. It's not as bad as I was expecting. The hump left from the, actually maybe the G2 just doesn't dry very fast. That might be what it is. Yeah, they're pretty low profile. You can feel it barely on the other side. You can feel it. Obviously it's not completely flat, but it's not as intense as the bumper sticker. I'm calling them bumper stickers. Y'all remember the raised, like plastic bumper highlighting strips they were significantly higher. I don't know how people were writing on the back of those, or on the other side, but this is definitely thinner. So I'm very happy to see that we can continue writing on the back without the velvet cloud stickers getting in the way. So that makes me like these a lot more. I still wouldn't use them for bullets, but I would use them for decorative. Or the other example that they showed on Instagram, I don't want to waste all these, but they did show that you could use these for tabs. So that is not a bad idea if you wanted to throw that down and then fold this guy over. They're not, designed to be like this. You got to be careful, but that is quite nice as a marker. Or you can even do it on the edge, like hugging the page completely, and then you'd be able to see a line of demarcation on the page. Maybe we'll do that in the notebook once we get there. So those are the cloud stickers and the pens. Let's take a look at the inserts. And I'm still getting the A5 6-ring inserts just because I'm not in a discbound right now. And I really do like the cover that we got a couple of months ago, the black ring cover. So I am holding on to the subscription being in this, but you can choose whatever, when you order your box, you identify what size your planner is, and your inserts will always be for that. And you can change it at any time. So this is the Mindful Moments dashboard in A5, and it is a thick cardstock, like really nice thick cardstock. Cloth and paper is nice. I did learn that they basically have their paper produced just for them. It is it's got a nice level of toothiness to it. It's not as toothy as Erin Condren. It's just a step back, but it's not super slick, and it is very satisfying to write on. I do like Cloth and Paper's paper a lot. So this is definitely going to be a permanent fixture for a year in your planner. You've got vertical columns for January through December, and you can add things you want to track along here. I'm surprised they didn't put any formatting here, because I would think you'd want it if you're going across it this way. Or maybe there's just one thing that you want to track. Then you could see this as instead of putting an item to track once a month this way, you could have this be, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So yeah, you've got enough for every day of the year. So you could have one thing that you track vertically this way. And you could use stickers to maybe put a title vertically this way if you want to. Let's say you're tracking your steps or something. You could put like STEPS. And then, I don't know, some little shoes up at the top. So it's basically, I would use this like a habit tracker. But because it's a nice thick cardstock, it's like you can use it every day for 365 days of the year, and it's not going to get destroyed. So that is a nice item to include in the box. Let's take a look at this dashboard. This is the dossier dashboard. And I'm hoping that we get to feel that same fuzziness. We do. So same kind of fuzzy texture for dossier, a space for everything, even your thoughts, C and P. So just a little divider page or dashboard page you can pop into your planner. That's pretty. So you could have this be like your top page, and then you could have like your annual pages inserted here, and then your habit tracker page here. I think that's a really classy dashboard. 9 times out of 10, I'm not a huge fan of the dashboard designs of cloth and paper just because it's not my aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my style. But I actually really do like that a lot. Okay, so the next insert is a pretty darn large insert pack. And they're calling it the... I'm trying to pick this up. The daily... Let me double check this. The daily intention insert, and we're going to zoom in a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. So I love that they give us an explanation for how to use the page. So you write down your intention, you list your priorities with the intention, roadblocks, things that might be obstacles, what your action plan is, and then notes. But you know, the format of this is so open that you could use this for note paper and just, or a master task list, maybe split up into different areas of your life, like home, work, play, or whatever, because it's got separate spaces for checkboxes or for dates, and they're in separate columns. You've got basically a quad layout, 1, 2, 3, 4, for breaking things up. You've got a little spot up in the upper right corner for your date. So let's see what that looks like without writing on it. Yeah, so date it, your intention or overview, and then priorities, roadblocks, action plan, and notes. And these are double-sided. So that's pretty generous. The pack feels pretty full. I wish that they told us how many were in a pack. I'm not going to count them all, but given the thickness of the paper, I'm going to guess 10 sheets of these, double-sided, so 20 different intentions or daily. Oh, they called it a daily. So daily intent. So yeah, you could use one of these every day. One side per day. So you've got about 3 months. No, I can't do math, you guys. My goodness. This would get you 1 month. About 1 month. So that is the intention insert. Let's take a look at the final 2 items. And I like when the inserts are notes pages because I'm always writing things down. And I like it when it's inserts that are generic enough where I can just change the header and use it for whatever I want. Okay, so this is the pouch. Little confusing. I guess they tried to kind of marry greens with blues because I know that our notebook's about to be baby blue and we've got the cloud stickers that are baby blue. And I guess the dossier, let me look at the dossier. Well, the dossier is a kind of a sagey color. It's just interesting because none of them quite are a perfect match, but I don't hate it and actually really like the color of the bag. So yay for that. So it says carried well. It's stitched on here. It's not stamped. It's actually sewn in. We have a silver pull, nice actual like chunky zipper pull here. Zips pretty well. Actually, wait. Might need a little lubrication pre-zipping. So on the zipper there. And then we have a really nice padded pouch. Really nice. This feels quite luxurious. Feels like this would be, oh, maybe not. This feels wipeable, like if you spilled on it. The inside doesn't feel wipeable, but it is fully lined and padded. So I wouldn't use this for paper. I wouldn't use it for pens either. It says cloth and paper. I would use it for maybe a Kindle. I'd use it for filming equipment that I have, anything that I want to have protected. This is not going to fit my iPad, I can tell you that. I wonder if I have a ruler here. Let's measure this guy. So it is just shy of 10.5 inches wide. And I'm going to go from the inside for the width, about 7 inches deep. It's a beautiful bag. I'm very happy with this. Don't know how I'm going to use it, and I'm not shy on bags in my life. But this is a really pretty one. And so what I think I need to start doing, because I'm a stationery enthusiast and I get all of these boxes and I get mystery bundles and I do all this stuff for YouTube, I think every time I receive a new pouch or I purchase a new pouch, I have to get rid of another pouch. You guys think I can do it? I think I can do it. But this is a keeper, so I need to go through my collection and see if there is one I can downsize. The last item in the box, which is the reason why I kept this month's box, is the notebook, because I like all the notebooks that Cloth and Paper makes. So this one is called Breakroom Notebook. It's a top spiral bound dotted notes. I like the packaging here. I think that Ashley does a fabulous job understanding how much paper is needed on a notebook with the coil diameter that she picks. I have never been disappointed with the notebooks. I think because if you're going to give me a notebook of this size with this size coil, make it make sense with the amount of paper you give. And she just always does it right. Like there's always enough paper for the spiral that she's chosen. And I think that's a defining thing for me. Plus I like her paper. So, I'm always pretty happy with the notebooks. So the top cover is a frosted plastic and it says Breakroom. I love the aesthetic of this. I think it is so nice. And then when you flip it over, this is that same material as, actually, no, it's not. The sticker material feels fuzzier almost than this, because notice how if I'm going like this, it's not moving the what is it called? Not the pill, the shag amount. I can't remember what it's called with carpet, but the depth of it or the thickness of it is really, really pile. It's pile, guys. This is very low pile, so you get to feel that velvet material, but it's not like moving under your hands like it's a thicker pile. And actually, this is kind of cool. It is stamped. This is your space to return to without rules, to meet yourself just as you are, to sit beside the parts of you that feel unseen, not to fix, but to notice. And then we have like numbers stamped along there. Session 00, the patterns, the pause, the quiet pull of what you need, a moment to breathe and to listen back, to turn toward what's true, to remember that there's nothing to prove. Let's look at the back. Back is the same material. Looks cool when the light hits it. Nothing stamped on the back. And that is a nice, ooh, it's double-sided. So it's like a whole piece of whatever it is. So hard to describe. But we open it up. It says, this notebook belongs to Dreamy Dreamy. You guys, this is like a take to church or take to class and take notes on it. I love this paper. Is not the same color paper as a typical cloth and paper note page or planner page. This is the cloth and paper we normally see. It's definitely more, it's not a bright white, but it's white. This is definitely a cream or ivory colored paper. I'm going to say ivory. So it is a different experience. It also is a thinner paper than the cloth and paper inserts that you would buy. A little bit thinner, not super like Bible thin, you know, not Tomoe River paper thin, but certainly thinner weight than the inserts. This is really nice. So you've got a place to mark the date, and then you can mark session, agenda, idea, note, or other. So whatever you're using this for, you can check off. And they have provided a lot of pages, and they're double-sided. Let me zoom in here so you can see. And then they are double-sided. Let me pull that guy back out. So you can flip it over and flip it over and flip it over. And you can just keep going and going. Let's see if the pages are perforated. They are not. So if you're going to take the pages off, you just have to rip it off. But that notebook is nice. Oh my gosh, I like it. I like the size of it. It seems very similar. I mean, this is an A5 sheet of paper. So let's use this for reference. It's an A5. Wow, it's an A5. Perfect. It's an exact A5 top spiral notebook with lots and lots of pages. Love this. Love this for on the go. It is so nice, and it feels fully protected since we have that, you know, this thickness plus this thickness covering it. Just feels, it feels significant in the hand. Wow. Well, I am very, very happy with this box. I'm so glad that I didn't skip it. If you're someone that has a million notebooks, you know, this might not be the one for you because I believe this is the star of the show. But if you're a pouch person, you might really like this one. And as far as I know, they keep their subscription open, I think, till the end of the month. So as of the posting of this video, in October, I don't know what day exactly, the week of October 13th, as of the posting of this, you should be able to subscribe to this box this month. But I think once you get to the end of the month, the subscriptions will start for the November box. So if this is something you're interested in, you might want to move quickly before the end of October. And I don't know if they sell out of their boxes. So that's another thing to check, like, you know, check their website for up-to-date information about whether or not you can still get your hands on this. All right, friends, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn, and I hope it was helpful to take a deep dive with me, taking a look at the items in this month's intention box. My least favorite was this guy. It's too stiff. And I just don't want to ruin pages that I would put in it. But everything else is so fabulous. If you want to hang out with me again, I sure hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And I think that's it. Until next time, friends, God bless you. God bless you and keep you do something creative today. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.